Now, your KRIS6 weather forecast.
Hey, good morning, everybody. All the severe weather that afflicted North and Northwest Texas last night has now weakened to what's left is a line of showers along a weak cold front trying to work its way across east and southeast Texas. Now, around here, it's pretty quiet. And in fact, if you're heading to the coastal waters during the day today, the morning clouds and fog will give way to partly cloudy skies this afternoon. A high in the lower 70s, and the wind is kind of variable right now, but it'll become more easterly this afternoon at 5 to 10 knots. It'll make for smooth bays and 3 to 4 foot seas. Now, that front, behind the front, quite dry and chilly air is prevailing all the way from the high plains into the Permian Basin, back to the Concho Valley and into the low rolling plains. But generally east and southeast of Interstate 35, that front has had little impact with temperatures from the upper 60s to lower 70s across that region. And that includes our own area here, where you've got, yes, middle 60s to lower 70s, a little milder along the coastal zones as you'd normally expect. But as far as visibility restrictions, not much. 5-mile visibility, Beeville back towards Rockport and along Port A, but other than that, it's looking good out there, frankly. Now, it is humid, and it's staying that way right now, with dew points in the middle to upper 60s. You do see a little drying going on in the inland areas this afternoon, but it doesn't last long. That wind becomes more easterly and southeasterly as you go through the afternoon and evening hours, and that moisture pours right back in. But for the day, it'll be generally dry, meaning rain-free, with temperatures in the middle to upper 80s in most locations, milder as you'd normally expect along the coastline. So a warm day and a fairly cool night with temperatures in the middle to upper 50s, lower 60s along the coastline, and then the fog rolling back in, and that's going to be the transition you see with that very brief northwesterly flow behind that front. The front backs up, and southeasterly flow ushers the moisture and the fog back in tonight, and then disturbance east of the Rockies really begins to draw moisture in. So we're looking at windy conditions Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That is ahead of a cold front, a stronger system that makes it in late Thursday. More on that in a second. Right now, highs tomorrow, middle 80s to upper 80s, looking pretty nice out there, but warm. And of course, that morning fog being a problem early tomorrow, and briefly a problem on Wednesday morning. But the reason for that is that front that backs up as a warm front and ushers the moisture back in here. Nothing more than a little bit of drizzle and fog, though, as far as precipitation. You're not going to expect to see any. You do see maybe a chance of showers Thursday night as a strong system makes its way in here, but those showers will amount to 1/100 of an inch or less, so no great shakes on that. Today up into the middle 80s, and overnight tonight, well, back into the lower 60s. The best chance of rain will be early Thursday morning, and then you have elevated fire risk coming up for those 2 days after that. Guys?
Thank you, Bill. The cost to rent is driving families to make cuts, but as one of them learned, cheaper options aren't always what they seem.
That's why consumer reporter Don Matarese shows us how to spot a rental scam so you don't waste your money.
Imagine putting down a security deposit, then moving everything you own into a brand new rental unit, only to find out that great home or apartment wasn't really for rent at all.
Brandon Smith and Shelby Moore found the perfect rental home for $1,000 a month.
It's a dream come true, for real.
Even shooting videos of their children in the moving van and their first walk through the house.
I was just all excited about it, ready to move in and everything.
But as they were moving in, they say a man stopped by to inform them it wasn't their house, even though they had signed a contract, got the front door code, and Venmo'd a $1,000 security deposit. They had fallen for the rental scam.
It sounded realistic at the time. Because we were just so excited about it.
Daryl Fairweather with Redfin says it's never been easier for scammers to make a fake listing.
You can pull photos from other listings, you can digitally alter them.
That's why you should always see a property in person before giving a deposit, even if it's out of town.
So I would recommend getting a friend or family member in the area to go look at the place for you if you can.
The Better Business Bureau's Melanie McGovern suggests you meet the landlord or leasing agent in person. If they refuse, it's time for a gut check.
If the landlord can't get in for some reason, that's a big red flag too.
So you want to make sure that they're following all the steps of a normal home rental, that they have a key, that they are the owner.
The BBB also recommends you search online for listings with the same description or photos. Be wary of an unusually low price and never pay with cash transfer apps, always by check or credit card. Brandon and Shelby now need another rental, having lost more than $1,000 and their dreams.
It's very stressful, because I just want to feel like we can just, live.
So don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese.
Coming up, a look at some of your top stories of the day, including what economists predict when it comes to a recession in the U.S., the latest on the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, and a gathering of some of the world's top mobile technology developers. But first, a look at what's ahead on the Today Show.
Good morning. Coming up here on Today, Al's tracking the newest coast-to-coast storm. It's already causing some problems out west, now heading east. We'll have the very latest on that. Also ahead this morning, we are live at spring training in Florida, where some big changes to the rules of baseball are being tried out for the very first time. So how are players and fans reacting to that? And then on our Spring Break Confidential series, an inside look at the cruise industry. Vicki Wynn has some tips for scoring deals when you book and maximizing your money once you're on board. Plus, Carson and his pals on The Voice giving us a sneak peek at the new season, the last season for original coach Blake Shelton. All that and more when we see you here on Today.
Your first top story, the 4-day Mobile World Congress, or MWC conference, kicks off today in Barcelona. It's a gathering of some of the world's top mobile technology developers, and it's where Lenovo is unveiling its rollable laptop and Motorola phone. The company says the products are just a concept right now, but they point to the future.
And the U.S. recession could kick off later than anticipated. In a survey released today, more than half of economists still expect a recession sometime this year. Respondents previously predicted a recession to start by the end of March. Now, about a third expect a recession in the second quarter. Others say it will begin in the July through September quarter.
Plus, Russia's president said on Russian TV that Western allies helping Ukraine defend itself are trying to dismantle his country. The CIA, meanwhile, says Vladimir Putin is quite determined to grind away at Ukraine and believes there will be Western political fatigue where Russia can wait out and eventually win the war, which is now in its second year. Now, if you test negative for COVID but still feel sick, you'll soon have an easier time testing for the flu. The FDA approved an at-home test that can check for both COVID-19 and the flu. They say the test is 99% accurate at detecting influenza negative and 90% accurate for a positive result. Flu season is just about over. However, the U.S. has seen more than 235,000 new COVID cases this week.
And the new Omicron variant is causing 85% of new COVID cases in the U.S. That's according to new estimates from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The new Omicron variant has outcompeted other strains of the coronavirus. Its rise has not led to a surge of cases. The U.S. government plans to let the nation's COVID public health emergency expire in May.
Well, a rare brain condition is linked to a Pfizer vaccine for RSV. That's according to the FDA. The cases of Guillain-Barré syndrome were confirmed in 2 adults in their 60s who were among 20,000 vaccine recipients in Pfizer's phase 3 clinical trial. Currently, there are no vaccines approved for immunization against RSV in either children or adults.
Hey, if you're heading out to the highways on your way to work, well, it's looking pretty good out there. You can see the JFK Causeway heading over the bridge there, looking awfully nice. No fog out there of any consequence. Same thing downtown with Morning Drive, looking good over the Harbor Bridge and into the downtown area. Nothing broke there. That looks pretty good, actually, as does SPID and Saratoga, as well as the north-south on 286. In fact, it's looking really good across the board, even the mid-cities looking great out there, as does the Harbor Bridge, as well as the JFK. So no restrictions out there.